Earlier on this week, I released this video, a completely different theory about Liv Morgan and how she could return to the WWE. After I uploaded that video, a lot of you contacted me on Twitter and in the comment section saying, nope, it has to be Bray. This happened, it all connects together. And I thought, you know what? I think you could be right. And I had to make a brand new Liv Morgan theory video. Now, we're going to start straight off by looking at a tweet she sent on the 3rd of December. Again, another cryptic little clue in ours, and she was always willing to burn for everything she has ever loved. Now, this was obviously outed straight away as a quote from R.M. Drake. You can see the longer version on the right of the screen, and this is something she's done before. She's used a lot of quotes from R.M. Drake. Well, R.M. Drake is an author who created this book, Gravity. And okay, you might be thinking, see, this is a really strange coincidence that the picture looks just like the pictures on the Wall of Friendship in the Firefly Fun House. Of course, you got the X's across the eyes. You can see like blood draining out of this person's eyes. Again, it's a blonde woman. We know Liv apparently has gone back to being blonde and grey-haired. There's a lot of rumours about her hair. But this is the interesting part. The description of the book. Wes, a bright and introspective young woman, is devoted to Owen, her childhood best friend. One day, their mutual connection is severed by tragedy. A few years later, Wes finds herself on board a plane, heading towards San Francisco, haunted by the loss of friendship and love. Here, Wes tries to mend her future with her past, as she discovers the value between life and death, between holding on and letting go, between who she was and who she was meant to be. Now, again, that might not mean anything to you right now, but all I need to do is this. And you change the words, Abigail, a bright and introspective young woman, is devoted to Bray, her childhood best friend. And you can see how the story progresses. And it could be linked to the Bray-Abby situation and the story that we know played out between Sister Abigail and Bray Wyatt. There was a tragedy. Abigail died. Abby's left in limbo. We know that from the Abby the Witch puppet. She's told us that a couple of times, that she's stuck in limbo. And maybe she needs to find that connection. Maybe she needs to find those answers, the same as Wes does in the book Gravity by R.M. Drake. That's kind of cool, right? Now, of course, that is only the first theory we're going to talk about on this video. So if you are enjoying it so far, make sure you hit that like button. Of course, if you are new to the channel, it would be really appreciated if you hit that subscribe button. We have already surpassed our goal of 15,000 subscribers by Christmas, so thank you for that. Share this video on social media so your friends can come find it, and have your say in the comment section down below. My favourite theory / comment will get pinned. Now, I have to give a massive shout out to R. Russell on Twitter. He sent me this theory a couple of days ago, and I really like it. Now, we've seen this picture on the Firefly Fun House. Of course, Bray Wyatt was doing the Muscle Man dance last week on SmackDown, and everyone's theorized that the image behind him references someone called GINA. And of course, GINA is very similar to Liv Morgan's real name, but there's no real connection unless you do this. G-I-A-N, which spells the word Gian. And some of you may be thinking, but that's not Liv Morgan's real name either. So what does Gian actually mean? Well, when you Google it and you look around at the names and the meanings of names and things like that, Gian is actually a foreign variant of the word GINA, which is a variant for the name GINA, which links Liv Morgan's real name, GINA, perfectly with the name Gian. Maybe that is like a cryptic little clue that maybe Liv Morgan could be joining the Firefly Fun House. I like it. I think it's quite decent. I think it would work pretty cool. And it fits in really well with Amanda's theory. She sent me this on Twitter a couple of days ago as well. What if Liv returns as Giona Daddio the real Liv. The old Liv kind of takes over her. Another one, kind of like Bray, the Fiend, it's Liv and GINA. It's her alter ego, like she had in her bio before. And she's completely right. Liv did put GINA in her Twitter name before she left WWE. And that would be kind of cool, because we know that Liv Morgan said she was going away to become real. So maybe we see in the Firefly Fun House GINA in the Fun House, like we get Bray Wyatt in the Fun House. And then actually in ring, we get Liv Morgan. Or even the other way around. Maybe GINA is going to be this dark, mysterious character, while Liv is the old, bratty Liv Morgan, continuing in the Firefly Fun House. Now, last week, the world went crazy, because we got Erica Gimbel sending out this tweet. And, of course, it was a video of the so-called Abby the Witch dress. And, again, let her in. The world went absolutely bonkers. Liv Morgan confirmed. Everything was going crazy. And then it came out that this was fake. And the person that exposed this to be fake was someone called Kristen Ashley. Now, I want to make clear, I've never spoken to Kristen in my life. I hadn't heard of Kristen before this moment, and I still haven't really researched too much into her work. But my first question is, why would you investigate this? Why would you dig so deep to find out that this was a so-called hacker? I don't understand that, because things like this have happened before. No one's gone to that length to do that. I mean, Erica Gimbel did have a LinkedIn account claiming that she did actually work for Disney and WWE. But we now know that Kristen's boss is Ryan Satin. And Ryan Satin, if you don't know who he is a huge wrestling journalist. He's one of the most trusted sources in pro wrestling journalism. So, Ryan Satin is Kristen Ashley's boss. Now, Ryan Satin is one of the first people who retweeted Erica Gimbel's tweet. And if he works for Fox and is affiliated with WWE, surely he knows that Erica Gimbel isn't real. I mean, Ryan Satin literally is on WWE backstage, and I'm sure he's not affiliated with WWE personally. I'm sure that Fox have brought him in as a wrestling journalist, and it's a perfect role for him because people trust what he says. He is a great wrestling journalist. And it kind of doesn't make sense, because he would know that Erica Gimbel was fake from minute one. And why would Kristen take all that time and effort to actually research this person? I mean, at the time, there was a LinkedIn profile which no longer exists for an Erica Gimbel who worked for Disney and worked for WWE. So it is very interesting. And it kind of makes you wonder that, was this a cover-up? Did Fox maybe contact Ryan to say, we need to cover this up, this can't be exposed just yet? And then Kristen, obviously being an employee and a friend of Ryan, was sort of bought in on it. And they elaborated this story. Erica Gimbel closed her account. And then on Friday, we got the Muscle Man dance, which linked to conspiracy theories. And if that is true, if Fox have covered this up to kind of cool the water a little bit and sort of say that this isn't true, so then to surprise us down the road, conspiracy theory is exactly what that is. And I want to make perfectly clear that this is an out there, wacky theory that some of you DM'd me straight away last week. A few people have DM'd me since about it. And it's something that I didn't believe until I saw Ryan on WWE Backstage. And it just made me think that maybe Liv Morgan could still easily portray this role. That dress could still be real. And maybe it is just a conspiracy theory. Now, a lot of people mention this in every video that I talk about Liv, that Liv is on Raw, Bray is on SmackDown. It can never happen. I've said it before, and I'm including it again. The Firefly Fun House could be on both. Bray was drafted, Liv was drafted. The Fun House was never drafted. You could have Liv appear on Raw in the Fun House with Bray Wyatt. You have Bray Wyatt appear on SmackDown with Liv Morgan, but you never have Bray on Raw in the ring. You never have Liv on SmackDown in the ring. You just have them affiliated by the connection inside the Firefly Fun House. I mean, you don't even have to have Bray on Raw on the Fun House every week. You don't have to have Liv on SmackDown every week, and it could still work. You know what? I would be the first to admit I was losing faith in the Liv Morgan becoming Abby the Witch, joining Bray Wyatt theory, until you guys reignited that passion in me after that Charlotte Flair video that I uploaded a couple of days ago. So I really do appreciate that, because I really do believe in Liv Morgan's character in this role could work so well. Let me know, as you always do, your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also follow me over on Instagram and Twitter at CWrestlingUK. I'll follow you back on Twitter. You can DM me. It's cool. And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace!